Part 3. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 21. That talent must be very high, right? Although the talent is not high, the weapons must be very good, right? If weapons are not good, then there must be something else, such as special abilities, right? Is this not allowed to be replicated and upgraded? Of course, Lu Yu doesn't know about this yet. He is on his way home at the moment. On the way, Lu Yu was thinking, should he make a copy of the battle suit? After all, if you make a copy, there is a 50.5% chance of upgrading. But after thinking about it for a while, Lu Yu quickly gave up. I only have 130 copy points now, so I guess I won't be able to copy it successfully. My balls hurt. To put it bluntly, we are still poor. Copy it, when will you give me 10,000 points? Lu Yu thought to himself, asked for leave over the phone and went home directly. The head teacher Zhang Mingshan agreed very happily. Because of Zhang Hai, a large number of people witnessed it. Almost the entire school knew about Lu Yu's violent beating of He Yuanming. Beat up He Yuanming. That strength must be that of a preparatory warrior, even stronger than He Yuanming. To prepare for martial arts, it is appropriate to attend a martial arts school. So Zhang Mingshan happily gave Lu Yu a break, and even let Lu Yu have a good rest. He will take the college entrance examination in 6 days and try to get into a martial arts school ranked among the top 1,000 in Blue Star. Lu Yu was somewhat helpless about this. The first 1,000, it seems that when I beat He Yuanming, I was too gentle. Joking in his heart, Lu Yu quickly returned home. In the next 2 days, Lu Yu stayed at home and did nothing else. He still had 130 copy points left on his body, but Lu Yu did not use them to copy the source crystal for further use. On the one hand, it's because I need to keep some copy points. After all, if I encounter what I want, it will be embarrassing if I don't have any copy points to use. On the other hand, my recent strength improvement has indeed been rapid, almost explosive, lacking some accumulation and precipitation. Lu Yu also felt this during the 2 days of martial arts training. Fortunately, it was discovered in time and corrected a bit. This also made Lu Yu look forward to the next hunting competition. All warriors below the 2nd level of physical training in Yuanwu City will participate, probably hundreds of people. There are also star beasts that have never been seen outside the city. It's a challenge for myself. However, Lu Yu is very confident. His true strength is at the 4th level of body training, and with his SSS level talent, there is no problem at all. Just take this opportunity to polish the foundation. Lu Yu was happy. 2 days passed. When he was ready to go, the system rang. Ding. Congratulations to the host for achieving the achievement, self-examination, reward. Chapter 017, check yourself 3 times, the hunting competition is about to begin. Ding. Congratulations to the host for achieving the achievement, examine yourself 3 times. Reward 500 copy points. Martial arts proficiency increased, Dachin. The sound of the system sounded, which really made Lu Yu stunned. I reflected on my own problems, and then you rewarded me with 500 copy points. And, Dachin's Kaishinquan proficiency. Host, Lu Yu. Realm, 3rd level of body refining realm. Copy point, 630. Talent, SSS. Strength, 4,300 kilograms. Speed, 430 m/s. Neural response, SSS. Martial skills, Kaishin Fist, high-grade mortal level, strength increased by 100%, can be upgraded, proficiency, Dachin. Weapons, none. Looking at the system panel, Lu Yu smiled brightly. The so-called proficiency is actually easy to understand. It's how proficient you are at something. Martial arts and weapons all come with proficiency. In addition to the level of martial arts, proficiency can also increase the increase in martial arts. For example, Lu Yu's proficiency in Kaishan Quan was only at the entry level, but his proficiency increased by 70%. Of course, although it is said to be an entry level, it is also extremely scary. You must know that it has only been a few days since Lu Yu acquired the martial art of Kaishan Fist. I just got started by relying on my SSS-level talent and being self-taught without a teacher. Luo Xia has been practicing for decades, but he has only achieved a small success. But this is good for me. The system directly upgraded me to the level of Dachan proficiency, which saved me at least a year of hard training. The increase even reached 100%. In other words, under normal circumstances, when Lu Yu uses Kaishan Fist to throw a punch, his power can be increased by 100%. In other words, it has doubled. Lu Yu tried a set of Kaishan Fist. Although he didn't use much force, his fist was much stronger than before. Like a veteran who has learned this martial art for many years, even if Luo Xia comes, he will be stunned. My own martial arts skills, why is this guy Lu Yu better than me? Is it more powerful than my own? Lu Yu was extremely satisfied with this. But he was a little curious, were there other achievements that could be unlocked? System, can I see the achievements that can be unlocked? Lu Yu thought. If you can know how to complete the achievements, you can quickly earn them. Ding. Achievements can only view unlocked achievements currently. The system spoke quickly, which made Lu Yu a little helpless. He glanced at an achievement he had now achieved. Reflect on yourself 3 times, bronze achievement, reflect on yourself once a day, you can get 100 copy points accumulate to 30 days, and be promoted to silver achievement. Silver achievement, reward copy points 1000. Hiss. Lu Yu looked at the text displayed by the system and couldn't help but be surprised. Can it be played like this? Reflect on yourself every day and you can get 100 copy points. 10 days is 1000, 30 days is 3000, plus the reward. 4000 copy points. Wow! Lu Yu was surprised. But he didn't forget what he was going to do now. Participate in the Genius Warrior competition. The reward for this mission is 1000 copy points and there are 10 free copies of any range. Thinking about these rewards, Lu Yu suddenly had a fantasy that he would be rich soon. At the same time, he became more confident about this hunting competition. The actual strength of the 4th level of physical training, SSS-level talent, plus the martial arts of the upper grade of the ordinary level and the mastery of the great success, it is simply a killing spree. Without much hesitation, Lu Yu went to the Warrior Association. Yuanwu City Warrior Association. At noon, many warriors who were not usually seen gathered in the hall. When Lu Yu arrived here, it was almost full of people. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 22. At a glance, there were at least 200 or 300 people. Most of these warriors were from the 1st or 2nd level, and they all came to participate in the hunting competition. The reason was simple. The hunting competition was originally set up for low-level warriors, with the intention of sharpening their blood and training their experience in fighting star beasts. And there were also rich rewards for participating. Whether or not they got a place, there were many benefits. Lu Yu did not go to Luo Xia to insert a back door or something. He just found a seat and sat down. Although the hall was crowded, there were few people talking. Everyone was a contestant, competing with each other, and they basically would not talk unless they were friends. However, Lu Yu's appearance attracted a lot of attention. The reason was simple, his age was too young. He looked less than 20 years old. Lu Yu did not care about these eyes, and recalled the rules of the hunting competition by himself. but before he thought for long, a man walked towards him. "Little brother, we meet again. I forgot to introduce myself last time. My name is Zhuang Jianan." The man has a very distinctive face and a long scar on his face. Lu Yu recognized him at a glance. "Isn't this the number one on the day when he came to certify the warrior? My name is Lu Yu." Lu Yu smiled and stretched out his hand. Since the other party has no ill will towards him now, Lu Yu doesn't mind making friends. Lu Yu's look made the man a little embarrassed. "Sorry, I said a lot of bad things about you because of jealousy that day." Recognizing the reality, Zhuang Jianan apologized very straightforwardly, and his temperament was straightforward. After all, if you are jealous and offend someone you can never catch up with, what else is a fool? Lu Yu didn't expect the other party to be so direct, and smiled. "It's okay, I have a big heart. Well, see you when you go in, don't attack me." Zhuang Jianan smiled and left again. As soon as Zhuang Jianan left, a person appeared on the stage. It was Luosha. Luosha glanced around below, and after seeing Lu Yu, he spoke lightly. Silence. Instantly, the whole hall was quiet. Many people looked at him, and Luosha spoke. "I believe you have already understood the rules of the hunting competition before you came, and some people have even participated in it many times. But here, I still want to emphasize. We will send you to the Star Beast area outside the city. Although the strength of the Star Beasts there is not strong, most of them are first level and second level Star Beasts, but there is definitely no shortage of third level or even fourth level Star Beasts. We will mark the locations of those Star Beasts on the map. If you don't want to die, take the initiative to stay away. Otherwise, once these Star Beasts start, it will be difficult for us to rescue them in time. In addition, this hunting competition adopts a points system. Hunting a first level Star Beast will get 10 points, second level 30, and third level 60. The top 3 young warriors with the second level of body refining under the age of 22 can get the opportunity to participate in the Blue Star Talent competition. Luosha spoke, but everyone ignored the last sentence. A second level physical training under 22 years old? Not to say it's impossible, at least there is no one in Yuanwu City at present. But no one cared, only Zhuang Jianan suddenly thought of something. Wait, isn't Lu Yu only 18 years old this year? An 18-year-old second-level physical training, still participating in the hunting competition. Could it be that this guy wants to participate in the Blue Star Talent competition? Zhuang Jianan couldn't help but glance at Lu Yu, his eyes horrified. But before he could go over and talk a few more words, Luosha had already spoken. "Now, all go outside and board the aircraft. In 15 minutes, you will arrive at the Star Beast area." As soon as these words came out, everyone went outside. The hunting competition is about to begin. Chapter 018 The hunting competition begins, the Red Flame Tiger. The hunting competition is about to begin. With Luosha's order, everyone began to go outside. There were already quite a few aircraft parked outside, and there were dozens of them at a glance. Lu Yu randomly found the nearest one and jumped on it directly. In just a few minutes, dozens of aircraft were already full of people. As the aircraft slowly rose to a height of hundreds of meters. The next moment, it turned into a stream of light and headed for the outskirts of Yuanwu City. It took a few minutes to leave the city. After more than 10 minutes, Lu Yu could no longer see the outline of Yuanwu City. Looking at the ground, it was green and a large forest. It seemed that there was no trace of harassment by humans. Lu Yu shook his head. Since the advent of the Star Beasts, the scope of human activities has been basically restricted. It has not improved until the last 10,000 years. But in fact, there are still some areas on the Earth that are divided by powerful Star Beasts. And in those divided places, the space cracks have not disappeared. A steady stream of star beasts walked out of the space cracks, and no one knew where they came from. And this is why the Federation attaches so much importance to warriors. Only warriors can fight against the powerful single star beasts, and technology has little effect. When Lu Yu was thinking, the aircraft had stopped. At the same time, a deep male voice sounded. We have arrived at the Star Beast area. The Yuanwu City hunting competition will start in 3 minutes. I am the judge of this hunting competition, Zhao Ming. Along with the voice, a holographic screen was projected. Lu Yu took a look and recognized him. Isn't this one of the senior executives who went to the Warrior Association that day? Is he the judge today? The hunting competition has always been based on fairness and justice, and the strength is strictly required to be below the 3rd level of the body refining realm. And most of the star beasts in the star beast area under your feet are also star beasts below the 2nd level, but there are also 3rd level and even 4th level star beasts. These star beasts will pose a fatal threat to you, and even attract a star beast tide. I hope all the contestants will take it seriously. I don't need to talk too much about other rules. The smart brain watch in your hand will handle everything. And all you have to do is try to kill as many star beasts as possible. The first place in this competition can get a reward of 20 million star coins, and the second and third place will be 15 million and 10 million respectively. I hope you all can do your best. Now, the Yuanwu City Star Beast competition officially begins. As Zhao Ming spoke loudly, countless warriors jumped directly from the aircraft. Lu Yu was no exception and quickly disappeared in the forest on the ground. After all the warriors left, a large number of unmanned aircraft were launched on the aircraft. These unmanned aircraft are based on one person, and almost every warrior has one on his head. Used for real-time tracking. And these images will eventually be fed back to the command room. At this moment, in a huge aircraft floating in the sky, many people are already standing in the command room. These people are naturally the top leaders of the Yuanwu City Warrior Association. Wang Chongming and Luo Shat are among them, but they are all standing behind one person at this moment. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu. Chapter 23. Do you have any outstanding young people in this class in Yuanwu City? The man standing at the front spoke. He has a face with a Chinese character and a thick beard. He is wearing a robe and has the gold medal of the Federal Warriors Association on his chest. This symbolizes the identity of the inspector. At this moment, he was staring at the screen and speaking. Regarding this sentence, Wang Chongming quickly smiled and spoke. Sir Inspector, number 101, you may be interested. He is 18 years old and currently at the 2nd level of body refining. Oh? An 18-year-old 2nd level body refiner, a hint of curiosity arose in the inspector's eyes, and he turned his attention to the lens marked number 101. This lens is naturally aimed at Lu Yu. Lu Yu had already noticed the existence of the drone above him, but he didn't pay much attention to it. His eyes were looking around at the moment. The surroundings were quiet, and there didn't seem to be any danger. But Lu Yu did not let down his guard, but opened the map. Is there a 3rd order star beast 5 kilometers away from me? Lu Yu's expression was thoughtful, but he wanted to go over and try the strength of the 3rd order star beast. But since I haven't fought against a star beast yet, it's better to practice my skills first. The first place can get 20 million star coins. This reward is quite good. You can buy a few source crystals later. Lu Yu muttered to himself and walked forward. But not long after walking, there was a sudden rustling in the woods around him. Something is coming. Lu Yu was alert. After taking a look around, he jumped directly to a big tree. The next moment, a huge tiger head poked out from it. First Order Star Beast, Red-tailed Tiger. Attribute, Fire Star Beast, can use the skill, Red Flame, the burning temperature is above 500 degree. Danger rating, 7. The moment the huge tiger head poked out, a series of data appeared on Lu Yu's combat glasses. This is naturally one of the functions of the A-level combat suit, which analyzes battlefield data in real time and provides it to the user. After Lu Yu took one look, he became surprised. Good guy. When I came up, I met a leader among the First Order Star Beasts, the Red Flame Tiger. He is very famous among the Star Beast illustrations taught in school. Lu Yu recognized it just at a glance. It is true that this guy is really eye-catching. Unlike ordinary Star Beasts, the Red Flame Tiger is not only huge in size, but also has extremely colorful fur. The fiery red hair seems to be burning when walking, it is very dazzling. And the strength is even more outstanding. Among the First Order Star Beasts, he can rank in the top 10. The most important thing is its innate ability, Red Flame. The bone-gnawing fire is extremely difficult to extinguish. Any substance, once touched, will burn until it is burned to ashes. If it were any other warrior, even the second level of the body refining realm, most of them would have run away by now. There's no way around it, it's hard to deal with. Star Beasts are already stronger than humans at the same level, let alone such geniuses among Star Beasts. But Lu Yu was different. He looked at Qi Yanhu with a strong fighting spirit in his eyes. It would be a pity not to use such a famous First Order Star Beast for practice. Just when Lu Yu was about to jump down and take action, suddenly, a voice sounded. Ding! The First Order Star Beast Red Flame Tiger has been detected. The talent of the Red Flame Tiger, Red Flame, can be copied. The moment the system sound sounded, Lu Yu was stunned when he was about to take action. What's going on? Is the system here to join in the fun again? Qi Yanhu's talent, can I copy it myself? Yes, the host, the talent of the Red Flame Tiger, the host can copy it and become a superpower. The system understood Lu Yu's doubts and answered them. These words made Lu Yu suddenly become short of breath. Can the Star Beast's talent be copied and become one's own superpower? This is too awesome. Done. Lu Yu made a decision in his heart instantly, and looked at Qi Yanhu with an extremely kind look. Chapter 019 I got the S-level superpower, what is this guy doing? Lu Yu looked at Qi Yanhu with eyes full of love. The reason is too simple. The Star Beast's talent can actually become his own superpower. What is superpower? Superpowers are the abilities that are mutated by certain warriors in the human race. For example, there are several basic abilities of metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. The fire attribute ability can create fire out of thin air, which can increase the power of martial arts, or simply attack the enemy. The power is amazing. The increase is at least 30%. The better and the higher the level of the superpower, the more terrifying it is. But again, it is extremely difficult to obtain superpowers. In other words, the superpower cannot be obtained. This thing is natural. You were born without it, and you will never have it in this life. This also makes people with superpowers more and more precious. After all, theoretically, only one warrior can be born out of 10,000. There is simply no one else with this probability. But now, the system actually told me. Can I copy the Star Beast's talent and turn it into a superpower? Then wouldn't it be someone else's superpower? Do it yourself? Metal, wood, water, fire, earth, wind, rain, thunder, and lightning, 1 dozen each? You must know that the talents of Star Beasts are all different when broken down. This is really possible. After thinking about all this, Lu Yu was already smiling. Looking at the Red Flame Tiger sniffing around the big tree on the ground, Lu Yu calmed down. What he has to do now is to wait until the red-tailed tiger is as close as possible. Then, go over and touch it yourself to copy the talent. While Lu Yu was waiting quietly, everyone in the command room high in the sky became nervous for Lu Yu. Wang Chongming felt like his balls ached. Just now, he was expecting Lu Yu to burst into domineering spirit, and then he would beat up the weak star beast to gain performance points in front of the inspector. Unexpectedly, Lu Yu would bump into Qi Yanhu right away. You must know that although this thing is a first-order star beast, its strength is far beyond that of ordinary first-order star beasts. And looking at the size of this one, it is almost approaching the size of a second-order red flame tiger. It is obviously not far from a second-order red flame tiger. The strength is definitely enough to compete with ordinary second-level star beasts. And you know, Lu Yu is only at the second level of body refining. Still at the second level of body refining without any actual combat. Don't ever confront Jianhu head-on. Just be patient for a while and then leave. Wang Chongming thought silently in his heart, he didn't want Lu Yu to directly conflict with this red flame tiger now. It's best to find a few weak chicken star beasts to temper them first, and then come to trouble this big guy. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 24. The inspector stood at the front, looked at the screen, and finally spoke. What he did is right. If there is no actual combat, it is best not to go head-to-head with a strong star beast like the red flame tiger. The inspector spoke, which made Wang Chongming and others sigh in relief. They were also afraid that Lu Yu's behavior just now would cause the inspector's displeasure. Now it seems that he is far more mature and stable than others. It was me who wrongly blamed Lu Yu. Just when Wang Chongming had a faint smile of relief on his face, Lu Yu moved on the screen. Jumped directly towards the red flame tiger on the ground. What is this guy doing? Does he want to do something? Luo Sha couldn't help shouting. Several other people also looked surprised. Lu Yu, what does this mean? Is he not planning to run at all? But you want to kill this red flame tiger with one strike? Have confidence. The inspector couldn't help but praise. It turned out that I and others were wrong. Lu Yu is not a coward at all, but just waiting for the opportunity. Ha ha ha, I noticed this kid a long time ago. He is very calculating. Wang Chongming laughed and said good things to Lu Yu. But the next moment, he was slapped in the face. I saw Lu Yu jumping towards the ground, as if he made a mistake, and landed on the ground wiping the body of Qi Yanhu. There was some silence in the command room. Wang Chongming's expression was stiff, and the inspector frowned slightly. Objectively speaking, a warrior can reach the lowest level of body refining realm. There should not have been such a serious mistake. Sure enough, Qi Yanhu discovered Lu Yu. It let out a roar, roaring and biting away at Lu Yu. In the picture, Lu Yu seemed to be frightened and ran up the tree again. I even thought that I didn't climb high enough and reached the top of the tree. This scene made the entire command room audible. Wang Chongming now simply wants to find a crack in the ground and crawl in. Shame on you. So humming embarrassing. I had just praised Lu Yu, but now I was slapped in the face. Luo Sha's eyes widened in disbelief. This is impossible. How could Lu Yu behave like this today? Could it be that it was the first time to face a star beast and I was too nervous? Several people sighed as they thought this. It was over. Lu Yu's image in the eyes of the inspector collapsed. You can tell just by looking at it? The inspector's brows furrowed. Did you notice anything wrong? Something wrong? The inspector did not accuse Lu Yu of anything, but pointed at the screen, thought and spoke. Several people were stunned by these words. The inspector didn't waste any time and spoke directly. Play back the video. Yes, right here. Stop. The screen stopped at the frame where Lu Yu jumped down. Lu Yu was seen falling towards the red flame tiger below, raising his fist as if he was about to take action. Several people looked a little confused. "What's wrong, Inspector?" The inspector in robes saw several people confused and shook his head. "Observe carefully. From the perspective of muscle exertion, number 101 did not exert force, but only mobilized muscle strength. His purpose should not be to attack the red flame tiger." The inspector's words made several people tremble and startle, and they looked at the inspector with even more awe. As expected of a Takumi realm being, he even noticed such small details. But what puzzled a few people was, what is Lu Yu's purpose for doing this? On sight, Lu Yu didn't know that his behavior at this moment was being repeatedly replayed and speculated on by several men in the sky. He had a cheerful smile on his face. S-level firepower is available. Ha ha ha. Host, Lu Yu. Realm, 3rd level of body refining realm. Copy points, 600. Talent, SSS. Power, red flame, S-level fire system. Strength, 4,300 kilograms. Speed, 430 m/s. Neural response, SSS. Martial skills, Kaishin Fist, high-grade mortal level, strength increased by 100%, can be upgraded, proficiency, Dachin. Weapons, none. Lu Yu was extremely excited. "I just jumped down and touched Qi Yanhu, and then I copied it successfully." And it seems that because he copied the Star Beast talent for the first time, the system directly upgraded his ability from B level to S level. Just with this S level ability, I made a lot of money in this hunting competition. Knowing S level abilities is much more difficult than S level talents. The increase in strength is definitely even more powerful. To put it bluntly, Lu Yu's strength now has at least doubled compared to before. Feeling happy in his heart, Lu Yu looked at the red flame tiger below with a happy face. "Thank you for your gift. As a reward, now, I'm going to punch you to death." With a slight smile, Lu Yu jumped down suddenly. The speed this time was as fast as lightning. At the same time, a punch covered the fire and blasted out. High-grade mortal martial arts, coupled with S-level fire powers. Once this punch is released, the red flame tiger will definitely die. Chapter 020 Kill the red flame tiger instantly and trigger a wave of star beasts. Once this punch is released, the red flame tiger will definitely die. Lu Yu punched out as fast as lightning. The red flame tiger reacted quickly. It roared, spitting out red flames from its mouth, and rushed straight towards Lu Yu. If it was before, Lu Yu might have to withdraw his hand to dodge, but now there is no need. How can S-level talent be compared with your B level? Without any pause, Lu Yu punched through the flames directly. It came out without any damage. In the red pupils of the red flame tiger, this punch landed directly on its head. Crack! There was a crisp sound of bone cracking, and Lu Yu punched through the red flame tiger's head directly. A blood hole as big as a basin appeared, and red and white mixed flowed out from it. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu. Chapter 25. The red flame beast also froze in place, then fell down trembling. The 7 or 8 meter long beast body made the ground vibrate slightly, raising a cloud of dust. Congratulations to contestant number 101 for killing a red flame tiger, points add 10. The voice of the intelligent brain came out, and Lu Yu casually opened the leaderboard. Number 51? This ranking is a bit behind. Lu Yu frowned. This time, I came here, but I want to get the first place. This won't work, the progress must be accelerated. Lu Yu thought about it. And this scene has long been transmitted back to the command room. Wang Chongming, who was already desperate, was shocked. Luo Sha subconsciously opened his eyes were unbelievable. How is it possible? One punch, killed the red flame tiger in seconds. Everyone took a breath of cold air and was horrified. Only the inspector had a strange look in his eyes. Sure enough, this little guy is not that simple. The power of this punch is outstanding even in the second level of body refining. The key is that he actually has fire ability. And it seems that he has a high talent. Why didn't you tell me that there was a superpower before? The voice of the inspector was slightly dissatisfied. Wang Chongming wanted to die. Superpower? Is Lu Yu a superpower? I don't know. Wang Chongming glared at Luo Sha fiercely, blaming Luo Sha for not telling him about this. After all, if he is a superpower, it can be tested at the beginning of the test. Luo Sha was glared at by Wang Chongming, and he wanted to die. Blame me. I didn't know that Lu Yu was a superpower. If he didn't say it, who would know? Good boy, you are still hiding it from me. Luo Sha has made up his mind. No matter what, he must beat this guy up when he goes back and vent his anger. I was so open with him, but this guy was still on guard against me. If he hadn't encountered a difficult character like the Red Flame Tiger, he would have kept it secret. Luo Sha thought secretly, but at this time, Lu Yu in the camera made another move. Hey, look, what is Lu Yu doing? A person who was watching from the side couldn't help but ask in confusion. For a moment, everyone looked over and became confused. I saw that Lu Yu had jumped onto the red flame tiger and tore its belly without any hesitation. Blood was gushing out, and it looked very disgusting. And Lu Yu didn't even feel disgusted, and took out all the internal organs of the red flame tiger, hanging them on the branches around. What does this guy want to do? Does he have any quirks? Luo Sha frowned and spoke, not quite understanding. But the inspector frowned instantly. Didn't you tell him that the blood and flesh of star beasts would attract the attention of star beasts and even cause a star beast tide? The words of the inspector stunned Wang Chongming instantly. He looked at Luo Sha. Luo Sha spoke hurriedly. We talked about this before, and we specifically reminded him about this matter, but now this guy, wouldn't he not listen? Luo Sha was directly confused. Lu Yu's behavior was simply reckless. There are not many star beasts in this star beast area, but not too few. But there must be hundreds of them. Most of them are first level, but there is definitely no shortage of second level, or even third level and fourth level ones. What if Lu Yu attracts this kind of hiss? Something is wrong. Instantly, the other people panicked. They hurried to stop Lu Yu. But the inspector waved his hand. Wait, and see. I think this kid wants to compete for the ranking. The inspector pointed to the ranking. Lu Yu is now ranked 51st. There are 50 people ahead of him. The first one currently leads everyone by 50 points. This means that he has killed at least 5 first-level star beasts. Wang Chongming also understood, but even if this kid wants to compete for rankings, he can't do this. What if he attracts a wave of star beasts? Even third and fourth level star beasts come over, he can't run away. Wang Chongming spoke anxiously. But since the inspector said to wait and see, he can only wait patiently. Everyone was nervous, only the inspector's eyes flashed with a strange light. Lu Yu's performance just now made him instinctively feel that another good show was about to be staged. Today, he might pick up a treasure. In the forest. Lu Yu worked hard for a long time and finally got all the internal organs of the red flame tiger out. Now as long as he sniffed, he could smell a fishy smell. I'm so tired, but this way, I should be able to quickly brush points. Lu Yu opened the rankings and took a look. Wow, he didn't move at once and dropped 2 more rankings. However, Lu Yu was not in a hurry. Because he knew how many star beasts he would attract later. The teacher said in class that the flesh and blood of star beasts were fatally attractive to other star beasts. Let's go fishing. Lu Yu didn't care how dirty he was, clapped his hands, and returned to the tree. The next thing to do was to wait quietly. Lu Yu concentrated. Time passed by, but after only 7 or 8 minutes, there was still no movement around. This made Lu Yu hesitate. What's going on? No star beasts came? Could it be that the location he was in was too remote and there were no star beasts nearby? Or were all the star beasts killed by those dogs? Impossible. Lu Yu was somewhat doubtful. Just as he was thinking whether he should go out and look for them while there was still time. In the distance, a rumbling sound came. Lu Yu looked up, at the other end of the forest. Dozens of star beasts of various shapes were galloping over with dust all over the sky and earth-shaking footsteps. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yun Zhonmu Shui. Chapter 26. Even, Lu Yu saw a third-level star beast among them. Chapter 021. Too ferocious, poor power. Dozens of star beasts are coming towards him, and Lu Yu even saw a third-level star beast among them. Earth Wolf. This is an extremely special star beast. Possessing 2 talents. Earth and Wood. It is precisely because of these 2 talents that the Earth Wolf far exceeds other third-level star beasts. In the third-level star beast rankings, it ranks in the top 5. And this scene was naturally transmitted back to the command room. Everyone's breathing became rapid. No. This time we really have to save people. The Earth Wolf is among the top 3 star beasts, and Lu Yu can't stop it. This guy really triggered a tide of star beasts. Dozens of first-level and second-level star beasts and a third-level star beast. Sir Inspector, we really can't wait any longer. Everyone looked at the inspector, and Wang Chongming smiled bitterly. Lu Yu, this guy, really doesn't want to make me feel at ease. He did this right away. The inspector frowned slightly, and he looked at Lu Yu on the screen and spoke. This little guy is not panicking yet, why are you panicking? Everyone looked at it, and sure enough, Lu Yu on the screen did not look panicked at all. Instead, he looked fanatical. How could Lu Yu not be fanatical? These are already made superpowers. Especially that Earth Wolf. It has 2 talents. This, I have to touch it. Lu Yu had a plan in his mind. At this time, the first star beast rushed over. It was an ordinary star beast of the first level, and it happened to be an ape star beast. It was climbing up the tree frantically. Lu Yu took a look and waved his hand directly. Mountain-breaking fist. Boom. The star beast's head was smashed into pieces, blood flew out, and it fell to the ground. Points add 10. A prompt quickly appeared on the combat glasses. At the same time, Lu Yu's ranking rose by 10 places. So cool. Lu Yu concentrated and jumped directly into the group of star beasts below. This time, he did not hide any strength. The red flame ability was released, and the whole person was burning with flames. Like a fire god, he rushed all the way to the third-level star beast. Points add 10. Rank 30. Rank 25. Rank 19. Lu Yu rushed forward, and almost all the first-level and second-level star beasts that blocked him were killed with one punch. Those star beasts wanted to besiege, but Lu Yu jumped out with a nimble figure, then jumped down, and killed 5 first-level star beasts with one punch. Points add 50. Rank 4. In the command room, everyone was already at a loss. They watched Lu Yu rush in, and then killed all the gods and Buddhas that blocked him. He killed them instantly after one encounter. Now, within less than a minute, the number of star beasts that died in his hands has almost reached double digits. Even the inspector was a little confused. He had been very optimistic about Lu Yu before, but he didn't expect that Lu Yu would be so cruel. A second level star beast is no match for him at all. He can kill it with 2 punches. Don't be too fierce, okay? And it's not just the command room. Many people in the entire star beast area are confused. The reason is simple. Most people found that they had been looking for a long time, but they didn't see a star beast. Could it be that the star beasts were almost killed? Just as they were thinking this, they found that the ranking list suddenly changed. Wow, how did I drop a ranking in an instant? A warrior who had just killed a first-level star beast was wiping his sweat and opening the ranking list with a satisfied look, ready to see how many places he had risen. But he found that not only did he not rise, but he also dropped a place. The entire ranking list was changing rapidly. A guy named Lu Yu was rising at an incredibly fast speed. 40th place. 30th place. 15th place. Top 10. 4th place. 2nd place. Until he took the top spot with 300 points. 80 points ahead of the 2nd place. And the whole process took less than 10 minutes. All the warriors watching the scene were confused, really confused. Is there something wrong with the system? Impossible. They just want to ask, who is this big brother named Lu Yu? 300 points. In other words, he killed at least 31st level star beasts. Everyone was shocked, but what made them happy was that Lu Yu's score finally did not change. Lu Yu finally stopped in the forest. There were already corpses all around him. Dozens of first-level and second-level star beasts were killed by him in more than 10 minutes. The surrounding land was soaked with blood, and a faint blood mist could be seen in the air. Lu Yu was also bathed in blood, looking at the star beast in front of him that was more than 10 meters tall. Earth Wolf. Level 3 star beast. His target this time. Earth Wolf was staring at Lu Yu with great vigilance. It had wanted to attack directly, but after seeing Lu Yu's strength, it retreated to the back. As a star beast with intelligence no less than that of a normal person, his instinct told him that Lu Yu was very dangerous. Because of its nature, it did not attack, but observed Lu Yu. Warriors need to consume energy to kill enemies. And now, Lu Yu has killed dozens of star beasts, and he must have reached the edge of his limit. Therefore, the Earth Wolf only appeared now. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Shui. Chapter 27. Awoo. It roared at Lu Yu, and its human wolf eyes were full of ridicule. If it was just now, Tumulang might have turned around and left. Wolf's nature is cunning. When facing an opponent that it may not be able to defeat, it will definitely turn around and leave. But now, Lu Yu is obviously about to collapse. Not only Tumulang thought so, but everyone in the spaceship who had been shocked for a long time also reacted. Not good. Lu Yu is not in good condition now, and can't fight hard anymore. Wang Chongming spoke anxiously. Even the inspector was a little hesitant. The strength shown by Lu Yu now is enough to impress him. If he fights Tumulang hard again, something unexpected may really happen. Just when he was about to speak, Lu Yu laughed on the screen. Yes, Lu Yu laughed. Exhausted. That makes sense. But Lu Yu smiled and snapped his fingers. The next moment, dozens of deep purple top-grade source crystals appeared beside him, floating. A huge amount of star source power poured out from it, and was swallowed by Lu Yu at an unimaginable speed. This scene made Tumu Wolf stunned. It could sense that Lu Yu's originally weak momentum became strong again. In the command room, the inspector who was just about to speak was stunned. In the back, everyone was stunned. Top-grade source crystal. Or, dozens of humming pieces. Top-grade source crystals are worth at least 5 million star coins each, and this is still ordinary quality. Looking at the ones around Lu Yu, I'm afraid they are the best of the best. Then these dozens of pieces, are probably worth more than 100 million star coins. This is so humming inhumane. Luo Sha couldn't help but take a breath. He gave Lu Yu 1 million for emergency because he thought Lu Yu's family was ordinary. Now look at his own 1 million, if he wasn't embarrassed, I'm afraid he wouldn't even look at it. Wang Chongming was even more confused. So the happy expression on that guy's face when he took my combat uniform that day was to fool an old man like me. At this moment, including the inspector, everyone was silent. They felt the power of poverty. If others have top-grade source crystals, they hide them and use them for cultivation. This guy uses them directly to replenish energy. Chapter 022 Killing Tumulang, a genius warrior who has never been seen. For a moment, everyone felt sour in their hearts. Giving alms to Lu Yu, this is looking down on yourself. Others just took out dozens of top-grade source crystals casually. While everyone was silent, Lu Yu was flying comfortably. If there is a way to brush the copy point, he doesn't have to be stingy. Directly copy the top-grade source crystals that he had brought with him for emergency 8 times. Only then did he get the current result. The top-grade source crystals are full and comfortable to fly. Of course, Tumulang is not stupid. After a brief hesitation, it quickly reacted. Whoa! This roar was much more powerful than before. A pair of dark green wolf eyes stared at Lu Yu. Lu Yu had almost absorbed it, but the top-grade source crystal was not damaged. After collecting the source crystal, Lu Yu looked at Tumulang with interest. After killing dozens of star beasts in a row, he now had rich experience in fighting enemies. The foundation has been completely laid, and even with the star source just absorbed, he has reached the edge of the 3rd level of body refining, and he can break through to the 4th level of body refining as long as he goes back. Now, in Lu Yu's eyes, Tumulang can be killed with a little more effort. Tell me, little guy, how do you want to die? Lu Yu said arrogantly. Tumulang obviously understood what Lu Yu said and became extremely angry. Whoa! He roared and rushed straight towards Lu Yu. The more than 10-meter long body rushed straight at him, and the pressure was amazing. However, Lu Yu smiled, and surprisingly, he did not dodge or avoid. He exerted force with his legs, and like a cannonball, he blasted directly at Tumulang. This scene shocked the command room again. Tumulang is good at strength, and its own talents are mainly defense and speed. Lu Yu, this kid. Luo Sha shook his head and said. Others also agreed with him, and even the inspector nodded. But the result slapped everyone in the face again. When Lu Yu approached Tumulang, he did not make a move at all. Instead, he used his strength to step on Tumulang's mouth dangerously and jump directly on its head. Whoa! Tumulang missed the attack, and felt that Lu Yu was on top of his head, and was furious. He was about to knock Lu Yu down with his head, but Lu Yu had already jumped dozens of meters away with a light figure. Copy successful. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the A-level Earth talent, Earth Spirit Body. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the B-level Wood talent, Wood Healing. The system voice came out just after Lu Yu landed. The 2 talents surprised Lu Yu. Earth Spirit Body, after using it, can increase your defense by 100%. Wood Healing, after using it, can speed up your healing speed by 50%. These are all good things. It just makes up for my shortcomings. Weak defense. Yes, I have the Mountain Breaking Fist and the Red Flame ability, which is enough for attack. But defense is not good. It's all supported by the combat suit. After fighting with dozens of star beasts, Lu Yu's combat suit is now somewhat broken. But now, this shortcoming has been made up. Thinking of this, Lu Yu became extremely happy. Now you can die. Lu Yu said. He is now invincible in all aspects, so he asked Tumulang how to fight. However, Tumulang didn't know this. Lu Yu's behavior of riding on his head just now made him extremely angry. At this moment, he roared and showed his white teeth, rushing towards Lu Yu again. His bloody mouth opened wide, and he actually wanted to swallow Lu Yu directly. Seeing this, Lu Yu sneered. Without any hesitation, he threw a punch. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 28. Kaishin Fist. And it comes with the red flame ability. But the cost of doing so is to give up all defenses. It looked like Lu Yu was going to die directly with Tu Mu Lang. In the command room, Wang Chongming and Luo Sha had already begun to break into cold sweats. Even the inspector narrowed his eyes slightly. In his eyes, Lu Yu's behavior was a bit reckless. Unless, he is sure to withstand the sharp teeth of the wood wolf. But how is it possible? The teeth of third-order star beasts, especially those of earthwood wolves. It is already comparable to the hardness of the body parts of a fourth-order star beast. Still too reckless. While the inspector was shaking his head, something happened that shocked everyone. Tu Mu Wolf was the first to bite Lu Yu, his green wolf eyes showing excitement. But the result was that it wanted to bite Lu Yu, and its sharp white teeth even pierced Lu Yu's battle suit. But he didn't bite another centimeter. An extremely thick layer of yellow light emerged from Lu Yu's body, preventing the teeth of the earthwood wolf from entering. Timber Wolf is not stupid either. He knows something is wrong and is about to retreat. Lu Yu had already prepared a punch and punched out. It landed directly on the roof of its mouth. With the most vulnerable part of his body exposed in front of Lu Yu, Tu Malang didn't even have a chance to scream. In an instant, a punch penetrated the brain, and even the skull was blasted through. The body that fell more than 10 meters to the ground made the surrounding land tremble. Dead. Everyone in the command room was extremely shocked. No one expected that Lu Yu actually killed Tu Mulang. Take it hard. No, we can't say forceful resistance. This kid, he has Earth-type powers. The inspector stood up directly from his seat, his eyes were extremely shocked. Others also reacted. Yes. Lu Yu has Earth-type powers. Wrong. Doesn't he already have fire powers? Could it be that, this kid has a rare combination of two powers? Everyone was shocked to the point of being stunned when they thought of this idea. Wang Kongming's hands were trembling. Two powers in one body. What is this concept? The entire Federation has been established for tens of thousands of years, and the number of people with dual powers can be counted on one hand. And those people, who are still alive now, are all the top big shots in the Federation. This guy Lu Yu, is hiding too deeply. Luo Sha felt himself numb. Yes, numb. Lu Yu, that bastard, hides everything from himself. Damn it. The situation in the command room is like this, and countless warriors scattered everywhere are boiling again. My damn, ranking has changed again. Whoops. The first place has increased by another 60 points. What? 60 points. This guy probably killed a third-order star beast, right? Look, the red dot marking the Timberwolf on the map, has disappeared. He killed Tumulang. Isn't that thing a dual talent? What a fool. This Lu Yu is a pervert. For a moment, all the warriors collapsed. It is true that Lu Yu is too scary. He was originally ranked outside the top 50, but within half an hour, he was eliminated from the list. Now in second place, a full 100 points separate him from Lu Yu. And the 10th place is even more separated by 200 points. You know, there are many old people coming to participate in the hunting competition. There are even some who have participated several times. But this was the first time I saw the name Lu Yu. The meaning contained in it is simply terrifying. This means that Yuanwu City has a genius warrior who has never been seen before. Chapter 023 What reward do you want? Copy it. Genius warrior. Countless people were shocked. At this moment, a voice that everyone could hear came. The time is up, this hunting competition is over, all contestants return to the spaceship. The long-lost spaceship reappeared, and all the warriors began to head towards the gathering place. Lu Yu was naturally no exception. He looked at the combat uniform in his hand and was filled with emotion. I had known I had made a copy, but I had to buy it. It was so expensive. If Luo Sha heard his words, he would spit out a mouthful of blood. You use the best source crystal as an ordinary stone, and then you tell me you call it expensive? In fact, Luo Sha had already heard it. He appeared above Lu Yu in a small spaceship and spoke expressionlessly. Follow me. Huh? Examiner Luosha, I want to go with the large army. What do you want to do? Lu Yu spoke with a puzzled look on his face. Luo Sha wanted to beat Lu Yu violently now, but after considering that he probably, couldn't beat this kid at all, he could only speak with a calm face. Someone wants to see you, don't talk nonsense, just come up. Seeing what Luo Sha said, Lu Yu scratched his head. In the command room, Lu Yu stepped in with a confused look on his face. He saw several senior officials of the Yuanwu City Warriors Association, including Wang Chongming. But now Wang Chongming and others are standing behind a man in robes, looking very respectful. Wang Chongming winked at Lu Yu crazily. You are Lu Yu, right? The inspector turned around and looked at Lu Yu carefully. The more he looked at it, the more surprised he became. What Lu Yu showed was indeed the second level of body refining, but how to explain it? He defeated the third level Timberwolf? Lu Yu looked at the man in front of him and noticed his badge. A member of the Federation? Although Lu Yu had not learned about these things specifically, he could still associate something with the attitude of Wang Chongming and others, and the badge. Yes, I am Lu Yu. Lu Yu spoke, very frankly. The inspector smiled when he heard this, took off his hat, and revealed a short haircut. What a coincidence, my last name is also Lu Yushan. After introducing himself, the inspector looked at Lu Yu with interest. As the first place in this hunting competition, have you ever considered participating in the Genius competition? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu. Chapter 29. Lu Yushan's words made Lu Yu smile brightly. To be honest, my purpose of participating in the hunting competition this time is the Genius competition. Lu Yu's words made Wang Chongming laugh. To be honest, Lord Inspector, I wanted to let this kid participate in the Genius competition directly before, but I didn't expect him to say that he wanted to hone his strength, so he came to participate in the hunting competition. Wang Chongming spoke, making Lu Yu raise his eyebrows. Inspector. No wonder. Lu Yu remembered something. The status of the inspector is very high in the Federation, mainly to inspect the operation of bases in various places. Once something is wrong, you can kill first and report later, and your authority is huge. The most important thing is that the strength of the inspector is above the Takumai realm. In other words, the strength of the inspector in front of him is also above the Takumai realm. For a moment, Lu Yu was a little excited. Takumai realm, talent, and so on, should be good, right? System, what level is Lu Yushan's talent? Lu Yu asked quickly. Reply to host, A+. The system quickly replied, which made Lu Yu a little regretful. Only A+? In fact, it was not Lu Yu's fault. It was mainly because of his SSS-level talent that he really looked down on A and talent. Then don't you have any superpowers or anything like that? Lu Yu did not give up and continued to ask. Anyway, he would never have too many superpowers. Reply to host, no superpowers. This made Lu Yu completely disappointed. Just when he was thinking about how to run away, the system suddenly prompted. It was detected that Lu Yushin had an A-level weapon, the fire spear, which can be copied. The system quickly prompted, which made Lu Yu immediately happy. Good guy, there are still good things. For a moment, Lu Yu looked at Lu Yushin, wondering if there would be any chance to touch this gun. Just at this time, Lu Yushin also spoke. Lu Yu, as the first place in this competition, do you want any reward? Lu Yushin spoke, not caring. In fact, in his opinion, Lu Yu's financial resources must not be short of good things. Wang Chongming also thought so. He had thought about asking Lu Yu to come over. See if he could get something good. Who would have thought that this guy was so rich? What surprised everyone was that Lu Yu actually spoke. Well, Inspector, I want the weapon on your back, okay. Lu Yu pointed at a small box on Lu Yushin's back and spoke with a smile. Instantly, Lu Yushin's whole body stiffened. Wang Chongshen was even more stunned, looking at Lu Yu, feeling that this kid didn't want to live. You, just want someone else's weapon? This is, too ungrateful. Lu Yushin has lived for more than 100 years and has seen a lot of storms. At this moment, he suppressed his temper and spoke. No, change another one. Well, since it's not possible, then let me see, okay. Lu Yu spoke. His original purpose was not to get this gun, but just to make the request a little higher so that there is room for turnover. Hearing this, Lu Yushin's expression was indeed much more relaxed. He took off the black box on his back and handed it over. The gun blade is sharp, you be careful. He pretended to be indifferent and spoke, but his eyes were actually on Lu Yu's hand. Weapons are the most precious things for any warrior. Not only because of its value, but also because it is the key to a warrior's life. Lu Yu opened the box carelessly, and after seeing that the gun body was in a retracted state, he pulled it up with force. This made Lu Yushin's forehead veins pop out. After pressing randomly, Lu Yu finally pressed the button. With a click, the mechanical opening opened. A long gun with dark stripes appeared. The gun was at least 2 meters long and dark red in color, which looked amazing. A-level weapon. Worth more than 100 million star coins. Extremely expensive. Everyone looked at this weapon with envy. Weapons can be said to be a part of a warrior's body, which can greatly enhance the warrior's strength. This is even more incomparable to martial arts. And A-level weapons are not something that ordinary warriors can possess. Lu Yu looked at the spear, and there was only one word in his mind at this moment. Really? Damn handsome. I want it. System, copy it. Lu Yu spoke quietly. The next moment, the system voice came out. Congratulations to the host for successfully copying the A-level weapon Huoming gun, automatically upgraded to. Chapter 024. After searching for a long time, it was decided to showdown. Congratulations to the host for successfully copying the A-level weapon Huoming gun, automatically upgraded to the S-level weapon Red Lightning gun. Red Lightning gun, S weapon, the only passive skill Red Lightning, has a 20% chance of triggering when attacking. After triggering Red Lightning, the attack speed increases by 40%, and the lightning paralysis effect is attached. The system spoke, and at the same time, an introduction box appeared in front of Lu Yu. This made Lu Yu very excited. Awesome! This weapon is good. S level. It is probably because it is the first time I copied it. And it seems there is another skill. Red Lightning, huh? Lu Yu had also heard of weapons having built-in skills. But they were only available on SS-level weapons. And now, his S-level weapon actually has one? It is worthy of being produced by the system, the quality is excellent. Lu Yu was pleasantly surprised, and sighed the next moment. This gun is really good, I really envy you, the inspector, we can only touch it. Lu Yu handed the box over with a look of emotion. Lu Yushin's expression was a bit strange. He always felt that Lu Yu looked down on his weapon. Wang Chongming, Luo Sha and others also had strange expressions. You, a person who didn't treat hundreds of millions of source crystals as money, can still express such emotion? False. They put a label on Lu Yu. The inspector was somewhat relieved when he saw that Lu Yu really came back. Global High Martial Arts, copy SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Yunzhong Mu Shui. Chapter 30. A-class weapons were considered expensive even for his status. Since you don't need any reward, the genius competition will start in 7 days, and I will come to pick you up then. Lu Yushin spoke and patted Lu Yu on the shoulder. Lu Yu showed his white teeth and said with a smile, "Okay, Sir Inspector, do you have any other weapons? Next time you come, remember to bring it over. I want to take a good look at it, but I'm too poor to afford it." Lu Yu spoke, sighing. This expression made Lu Yushin's face turn slightly dark. Are you telling me you can't afford it? Is this human language? Without saying a word, Lu Yushin turned around and left with a dark face. Tuohe realm monks can already fly with the power of the star source, but it doesn't last long. But Lu Yushin seemed to have not considered this issue and immediately disappeared from everyone's eyes. It was Lu Yu's unfinished expression that made him feel numb. This guy, doesn't he have any special hobbies? As Lu Yushin left, the spaceship also landed outside the Warriors Association. Wang Chongming looked at Lu Yu. As the first place winner in this hunting competition, our Warriors Association should have rewarded you with 20 million star coins. But since Lu Yu, you are pretty good. Hey, wait a minute, President Wang, I want it, I want it. Lu Yu spoke immediately. Joke. Do I have money? I don't even have $1 million in my bank card. This money is a must. No, you kid is not short of money. This money must be given to people in need. I'm the one who needs it. To those in need. I'm the one who needs it. To those in need. I am the one who needs it. Lu Yu repeated a few words crazily. In the end, with Wang Kongming's face darkening, Lu Yu listened to the pleasant sound of the transfer being received and left the Warriors Association. The genius competition starts in 7 days, you must come. Okay. Wang Chongming spoke, and Lu Yu answered casually. This made him a little worried, so he spoke. The first place will be rewarded with 100 million star coins. Lu Yu immediately looked at Wang Chongming, his expression firm. President Wang, don't worry, I will definitely go to the genius competition. This is not only my honor, but also the honor of millions of people in Yuanwu City and our Yuanwu City Warriors Association. Without you, there would be no Lu Yu now. Lu Yu spoke seriously. Wang Chongming almost wanted to punch Lu Yu to death. This kid, when he hears about money, it's as if he's obsessed with money. You are already very rich, okay. After leaving the Warriors Association and on the way, Lu Yu was in a wonderful mood. 20 million star coins. Including the original 21 million star coins, he can be considered a moderately rich man. Although, money is of no use to me. It's just that you don't have to worry about having too much money. No, why haven't you received your warrior certification yet? Lu Yu thought for a while, and logically his warrior certification should have arrived yesterday. Could it be that Luo Sha forgot to tell him? How about going back and asking now? Just as Lu Yu turned around, he saw Wang Chongming guarding the door with a big knife and a murderous look. Ahahaha, I just remembered that I haven't said goodbye to President Wang yet. Goodbye, goodbye, life is a farewell. Leaving today is for a better reunion tomorrow. Lu Yu shouted haha and ran away quickly. I have to say that moving to the mountains puts a lot of pressure on myself. It's only 20 million star coins. President Wang is too unrealistic. Wait a minute, what about my mission reward? System, explain it. Back to the host, the mission rewards are still being settled. Okay, the latency is a little high. Lu Yu muttered and got on the train home. A few minutes later, Lu Yu got out of the car. Looking at the old garden community, Lu Yu thought for a moment. Anyway, now that I have so much money, why not live in a villa? Well, let's test that little girl Lu Ling first. Lu Yu had a plan and quickly went upstairs. Opening the door, Lu Ling had already gone home. He was lying on the table in his bedroom writing homework. Brother, you're back. Lu Ling ran over with a bright smile on his face and grabbed Lu Yu's hand affectionately. Looking at that smile, Lu Yu felt somewhat bad. The next moment, he was brought to the table. Brother, how do you write this topic? Lu Ling's watery eyes stared straight at Lu Yu, full of longing. Yes, desire. However, Lu Yu is not very restless now. The book lay quietly on the table, waiting for Lu Yu to go over and ravage it. Lu Yu almost heard its gasping. Only. Why the hell is it a math question? Suppose the center of the ellipse is at the origin, the focus is on find the equation of this ellipse. Lu Yu. Or geometry question. As a social worker who graduated several years before traveling through time, Lu Yu said that he had almost forgotten all about college, let alone high school. Looking at Lu Ling at this moment, he showed a smile that was not shy but a hint of embarrassment. Sister, let's talk about something else. No, brother, this is the homework assigned by the teacher. If you don't hand it in, you will be called out tomorrow. Lu Ling pulled Lu Yu's arm and spoke. Didn't you say that although you are not good at martial arts, you are the first in all cultural scores? You are lying to me again, right? Remember the bet you made last time? You will wash the dishes for the next month. A sly smile flashed across Lu Ling's eyes. Lu Yu understood instantly. This girl didn't ask me to do my homework at all. She wanted to wash the dishes by myself. What should I do? I am a 3rd level physical training, and I am about to break through to the 4th level.